Adam eating from that tree, going against Hashem, introduced the worst thing of all into the world. Not sin, not evil. You know what's worse than sin and evil? Everybody knows it. We all feel it in our own lives. What's worse than sin and evil is doubt. When you're not sure what it is and who you are and what it is and what you are. That is the greatest enemy to a person's tranquility and of serving God. And that is the secret of Amalek. Let me ask you a question. Why is the Torah, why is Hashem himself so obsessed with the destruction of Amalek? You know what? With the galut that we are in right now, the exile that we are in right now for 2,000 years is called the galut of Edom. Edom is sometimes identified with the West, sometimes with other forces in the world some of you are aware of. We don't find a commandment in the Torah that we have to utterly uproot Edom. We don't find a commandment in the Torah that we have to destroy the memory of Edom, but yet we find a commandment in the Torah that we have to destroy Amalek. We have to wipe it out. We have to obliterate it. We must never forget what Amalek did to us. And in fact, there's an incredible verse that tells us that Hashem himself says, there is a hand on the throne of God. And in that verse, if you examine it in Hebrew, you see that God's name is only spelled half of the letters, as well as the word for his chair is missing the aleph. Ki yad al kes ya, milchama ba'Hashem ba'amalek midor dor. There is a hand, Hashem says, on my throne, on the throne of God. It is a war for the Lord against Amalek in every generation. Why this obsession? Because Amalek, which in Gematria, in the numerical equivalent of the word Amalek, is the same as the word Safek, doubt. Look at the verse where Hashem tells us what he has against Amalek. He says, Asher korcha baderech. They happened upon you when you were going out of Egypt. And it's the same root as mikre and rikma, tapestry. Asher korcha baderech. They happened upon you. And some of the beautiful interpretations of that verse, they tell us that what it really means is that they cooled us off, because the same root is the root kuf resh, cold. They cooled off your enthusiasm. They threw coolant on you. Because Amalek doesn't say, you're good, you're bad, there's no God in the world, there is a God in the world. That's not what they say. They just say, you can never be sure. You can never really do anything in this world. And that is the greatest enemy of spiritual fulfillment and progression. That sense of gnawing doubts. And that is why Hashem himself tells us that we have to wipe out Amalek from the world. Because we do know that there's a God in the world, and we do know that we can make a very big difference in everything that we do. And we do know that the revelation of Purim, which is the revelation of the true relationship that we always enjoy with him, Stavka, especially when you don't see him, you should know that he's really there. This is exactly what Amalek wants to uproot from the world, that you can never be sure. Amalek says, you know what? Do the mitzvah, do the commandments. You want to think that you can serve God in this world. You want to think you can make a difference, make a place for God to live in this world. But just cool it. Don't have such enthusiasm. Don't be so excited about it. And that's the whole problem, because we have to be excited about it. We have to worship Hashem with every ounce of our strength. And everything that we do, we have to be constantly doing for him and realize that we're really connected to him totally. And that's the thing that Amalek hates the most.